Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Goal Show. Welcome to the Club World Cup season over here in the summer of 2025. We're here on episode 2 after episode 1 went swimmingly. And yes, and it's exciting to talk about the Club World Cup. I mean, there's been some twists and turns, not gonna lie. I didn't think some things were gonna happen. That happened. So honestly, tiddlywink me. If you know what I mean, you don't know what I mean, look it up. Maybe don't look it up actually for safekeepings, but hey, it's been great at the Club World Cup. That's what I mean specifically. That's a word in English. But everybody, welcome watching on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram Reels, everything. You can watch us on Koulibaly's shiny, beautiful bald head. I want to rub that so much with some Windex spray. Yes, everybody, welcome watching the show. Let me first introduce you to my first co-host of the show. His name is Polino and he's fan of Atletico Madrid. How are you, Mr. Balin? Yo!
I'm good. I'm good. I'm calling in from a secret location abroad in the U.S.
Oh my god. Can we get a little
called
hint?
Boston.
Oh, fantastic. I didn't want to spill your location. Okay, well,
Yeah, the
lovely.
city of spilled tea.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
funny. All the Brits will be pissed at that. It's okay,
yeah,
Mr.
yep.
Brits.
And I'll be buying some.
Oh, wow, a daredevil you. Well, everybody, welcome watching the show. Well, let us get into our first segment of the show, which is indeed the breaking news of the show. Oh my god, isn't this crazy? Because it's called the breaking news of the shows. Yeah, the breaking news of the show. So, yes, the first breaking news of the show is indeed about the instant history made at Women's Euro 2025 as Finland end their 16-year drought in an opening game. Wow! So, yes, the opening match of the UEFA Women's Euro 2025 saw a piece of history get made. Finland beat Iceland 1-0 as the tournament got underway, and despite a lack of goals, there were plenty of shots. In total, the two teams racked up a whopping of 29 shots combined during the match, and with Finland having 16 and Iceland having 13. Wow. And the amount of efforts broke the record in the competition. And yes, this hasn't happened since 2011, and there hasn't been an opener at a Women's World Cup or Euros with more shots than 29 coming from the first fixture of the tournament in 2011. That's amazing. But yes, that's crazy. And yes, if you didn't already know, it was a perfect start for Finland, who, thanks to the winning goal from Katarina Koslova, won the first Euro game since 2009. Wow. The Finnish national side has been on an 8-game winless run, which has actually started by England 15 years ago. Wow. So yeah, congratulations to Finland on getting a win. I mean, that's great. And also that I wish I watched that match. The wow, 29 shots on target. That's a crazy one. Okay, lovely. All right, lovely stuff. Mr. Paulinho, 1 or 2 words about Finland finally winning since 16 years. Wow.
Up the Finns.
Up the Finns. That's what the penguins say over there, where in Finland. Ha! I'm so funny. That is great. All right, next breaking news. So the next breaking news is indeed about EFL Club. Oh, sorry, didn't even hit this. Haha, I joke today. So yes, again, the next breaking news is indeed about EFL Club is hit by an 18-month transfer embargo as a result of 1 million owned to Aston Villa. That is pounds, by the way. But yes, Hull City has been placed under a transfer embargo until January 2027. The transfer ban is a result of £1 million owed to Aston Villa for the loan move of Louis Barry in January. Wow. So Hull are expected to launch an appeal, but Barry joins the Tigers for the remainder of the season after spending the first half of the campaign in Stockport County. However, the 22-year-old suffered a season-ending knee injury less than a month later. That's a huge L. Holy mother of Lordy Lord. And yes, that's very sad. Okay. I don't know what else to say besides that. So, yeah. Okay. Well, Mr. Paulino, 1 or 2 words about Hull City and that slapping of an embargo of 1 year. That's gonna hit them. Hmm.
No, we don't take no L's.
Okay, thank you, Deji. I love that stuff. Okay, great reference. All right, on to the next breaking news. Dun dun dun. So yes, indeed. Oh, yes, the next breaking news is indeed about new footage appears to show Erling Haaland tell Al Hilal star to replace his Manchester City teammate who was meters away. Oh, wow. So yes, Erling Haaland showed why he might be destined for a role as a sporting director once he hangs up his boots. Funny. The idea of a move to the ballroom is likely to be a long way off for the 24-year-old goal machine, but you can never be too prepared for life after football. And yes, Haaland netted for City against Al Hilal in the early hours of Tuesday morning, but could not little prevent Pep Guardiola's men suffering shock 4-3 defeat to the Saudi Pro Premier League side. As a result, City were dumped out of the Club World Cup to cap off a disastrous 24-25 season for the club as well too. And yeah, the Norwegian as well too did bring it level for City 2-2, but being poured off at 2-2, and yeah, sad times for him. But a fine display by Al Hilal keeper as well. Yassine Bounou, the Moroccan keeper that kept Haaland and co at bay as Simone Inzaghi's side booked their place in the quarterfinals. After the final whistle, Haaland was seen embracing Bounou before appearing to gesture to the 34-year-old shot stopper to join him at Manchester City by pointing to the back of the goal, saying, "You want to come?" And he didn't say that, but he's like, "Hey, mate, you want to come?" I'm sure he kind of says something like that. But hey, interesting. I mean, Manu at City would be, I don't know if it would be a huge upgrade, at least when it comes to the whole thing that Pep Guardiola wants to do, for it to work out from the back. But I think Bonu's shot stopping and everything else would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, for what Pep wants, Edison looks like he's just, meant to be for City for a long time. All right, Mr. Polonium, what's your thoughts? One or two words about Haaland wanting Banu at City? Could it happen?
Um, I think it's needed. I mean, I think Ederson's like an average shot stopper, and
Great.
um, I think that their defense is good enough at playing out of the back to really compensate for any sort of deficiencies uh, with Bono's feet. And to be
Okay.
honest, he's pretty good. He doesn't make mistakes playing out of the back. He's pretty good.
Okay.
And he was great for Sevilla a few years ago, and it's clear that he's kept that level.
Oh,
So honestly think he's probably overall a better keeper than Ederson.
wow.
Um, I mean, obviously, he doesn't have the feet that Ederson does, but everything else.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you, mate. Okay. Well, Banu has nice feet. Good result from that one. All
Yeah,
right.
might have a foot fetish. Essentially.
Okay. In public too. That's great. All right. Lovely stuff. Okay, well, on to the next breaking news. And breaking news, Liverpool make a huge statement of intent as Bayern Munich told key man is not for sale. So yes, Bayern Munich have held their attempts to sign Luis Diaz, but rebuffed by Liverpool. Whilst Vincent Company has identified 28-year-old as a top summer target for his quest to bolster the attack at Bayern Munich. Bundesliga giants are on a lookout to replacement for Matthias Thiel, whose loan stay at Tottenham has turned into a permanent switch. And they have also seen Leroy Sané join Turkish giants Galatasaray on a free transfer. But this has been told with no chance of lending Colombia international Diaz, who remains a vital player at Liverpool. Bayern chief Max Eberl has been made aware at the Reds that they have no intention or desire to discussion of to selling Luis Diaz. Oof. It resulted in communications between the two ending immediately, with Bayern now focused elsewhere. Oof, that's a kind of a struggle, especially after some of your top strikers and stuff trying to leave the club or staying and not being as good. So, good luck to Bayern. I don't know who else they'd want to go in for. I'm sure there's other transfer rumors, of course, but yeah, Luis Diaz is definitely hot and still doing good for Liverpool. So, interesting. All right, Polino, got one or two words about Luis Diaz not going to Bayern and staying for the Reds, the birdies of the Reds of the Liverpool. I like saying Liverpool that way. It's a fun name. But if not, if you don't have anything to say, it's okay. Everybody gets shy sometimes. Everybody has those days.
I have
Oh,
nothing
okay.
to say right now.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Thank you, Luis Diaz. All right. Well, yes. Moving on to the next breaking news. This is what I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, serious matter, everybody. So yes, the next breaking news. I hate to break this to everybody. If you didn't already know, that indeed Liverpool star Diogo Jota has died in a car accident at the age of 28, alongside his brother, in a shocking tragedy. Yes, this is very tough, and the football world definitely took this in a very remorseful way as well too. So yes, just to talk about this, Liverpool forward Diogo Jota tragically died in a car crash. 28-year-old and his brother Andre Silva, who is also a professional footballer, were killed while they were traveling from Benifaya in Spain, and with the car went off road. And yes, the incident occurred on A52 in Spanish province of Zamora. And yes, let me just do this really fast. Just talk about this. I don't want to press the wrong button. How do I do this really fast? There we go. Pausing. Love this. Okay, yes. So according to the Guardia Civil, the accident occurred after Jota and his brother's Lamborghini left the road due to a tire blow out while overtaking. It was early in the hours of it was 12:30 in the morning, and the municipality of Sardilla of Zamora, the car caught fire and two occupants were killed. And when confirmed to identify the involved the accident, the players and his brother Andre Silva were confirmed. And yes, very, very, very sad news. I mean, there is so much to say about this as well too, and the situation around this. So yeah, Jota's tragic death just comes 2 weeks after he was married to his long-term girlfriend, Ruta Cardoso, in Portugal as well too. And 20-year-old his last involvement match for Portugal in the Nations League final after they beat Spain on penalties. And yeah, there's been so many tributes. Everybody's been posting as well too. Everybody's supporting all the Portuguese players as well too that have known him. Been posting on this about how saddened they are as well too by this, and how great of a family man he is as well too, and about how players from other clubs as well too are leaving their club to go to Zhao and his brothers sorry, not Zhao, to his brothers it's Jogo Jota's and his brother's funeral as well too, and just pay their respects as well too. And yeah, it's very tough to talk about. And I mean, great player, absolutely great player. I don't. There's not much really else to say. I mean, I could tell you about his career in a little bit. So yep. For his first club, I'm going to talk about his career in numbers. Pascos de Ferreira from 2014-2016 at 47 appearances, 18 goals, 14 assists. Porto 2016-2017, 38 appearances, 9 goals, 7 assists. Wolves, where he became his very, very hot streak, 2017 and 2020, 131 appearances, 44 goals, and 19 assists. Liverpool from 2020-2025, 182 appearances, 65 goals, 26 assists. Amazing stats. Portugal national team for 2019 2025, 49 caps and 14 goals. Great for his country. EFL Championship winner with Wolves in 2017-2018. Premier League winner with Liverpool 24-25 just this past season. He won it. That's a couple months ago. FA Cup winner of Liverpool 21-22, EFL Cup winner for Liverpool 21-22, and then Nations League winner with Portugal 2018-2019 and 24-25. That was just like a month ago. It's crazy, but yes, my thoughts go out to Diogo Jota's family and his Andre Silva as well too, and just devastating. There's not much else to say, but devastating. No one wanted this, obviously. So yep. Okay. Paulinho, got any words you want to say about Jota? I know he was Atletico, as you mentioned. I didn't even know that. That's bad news for me as well.
Yeah. I think he trained with the team. I don't think he played any games, but it's an unfortunate situation, obviously. Rest in peace and best of wishes to all those close to him and his family.
Yep. Life comes really fast. That's all I gotta say. It's crazy, and yeah, same as Paulinho said. Life thoughts with your family. All right. Well, to the last news of the show, which is I don't know, it's a lighter subject actually at all. It's tough to talk about this one too. Oh my god, why did I schedule these right next to each other? So yes, breaking news: Thomas Partey charged with 5 counts of rape. Aye, aye, aye. So yes, former Arsenal midfielder Thomas Partey has been charged with 5 counts of rape and set counts of sexual assault. So yes, the Crown Consulate Service authorized at the Metropolitan Police to be charged Partey with offences that were reported taken in 21-22. The 32-year-old will appear in Westminster Magistrates Court on August 5th. In response, the charges, Partey's lawyer said that he denies all the charges against him, and he has fully cooperated with the police and all of that throughout the 3-year investigation, and he now welcomes the opportunity to finally clear his name. I did not know anything about any of this, so yeah, that's crazy. And yeah, the police states that there's 2 charges of rape were related to one woman, 3 counts of rape related to the second woman, and 1 count of sexual assault related to a third woman. That's crazy. I mean, this has happened before, so I'm not gonna say anything till you know it's determined, and I'm not going to say anything. So hopefully it isn't true. That is my hope. I hope it isn't true. That's yes. Okay, lovely stuff. Okay. Yeah, interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. So yes, we can swiftly move on from this one. Okay, well everybody, that was indeed the breaking news. Let us now move on to the next segment, which is indeed the transfer talks, where we talk about the latest transfers going on in the 2025 summer window. So yes, let's just get into it on the transfer market and Fabrizio Romero, what they have said. So yes, the first one is indeed about a done deal. Philippe Coutinho has now gone on to join a lovely, lovely club by the name of, I have no idea who this is, but yes, he has joined, I believe it might be a Brazilian club. And yes, he's for free actually. And yes, attacking midfielder Mr. Philippe Coutinho. So glad to see the 33-year-old has now made it away. Another one and a big one for Eintracht Frankfurt, a done deal, going from Jonathan Burkhardt, 24-year-old, going from Mainz to Eintracht Frankfurt for 23 million, a great deal for Frankfurt. And yes, glad to see Frankfurt taking things seriously for the next season. And yeah, good stuff for Burkhardt, great player for Mainz. Next one is indeed Alexander Lacazette going into Lyon CEC. And I believe this might be in the Middle East as well too. So yeah, going out of retirement or free agent, going to a strike position. So good for him. Good Alexander Lacazette. Another one, Anthony Milambo going from Fiorentina to Brentford. Ooh, for 20 million for 5 million add-ons. Yeah, 20-year-old, good signing for him going to the Premier League. And next one is indeed Oliver Boscalegili going on a free agent, going to Brighton, the centre back. And yeah, great deal for him. Another one, Aaron Ramsey, Mr. Ramsey, going to Puma. What the heck? In Mexico for 34, for just for free, actually, the 33-year-old. But yes, good for Aaron Ramsey. Wanted some sum, I guess. Another one, Honest Anur, the 17-year-old, going to Atalanta from Genoa for 5 million. 16 million, excuse me. But yes, wow. That's a great transfer. This young 17-year-old. So wow. Good for Honest Anur. Another one is Rafa Marin going from Napoli to Villarreal on a loan. The 23-year-old. So hey, never know. Could be good for Villarreal. Another one, Solomon Rondon, the man, the myth, the legend, going from Pachuca to a club in, I don't know who that is. That looks like an interesting club, but it's a loan. The 35-year-old going with the striker. So yeah, love that. Another one is Said Benrahma going from Lyon to Lyon, Middle East, and for 12 million. So yeah, get that money, I guess, Mr. Benrahma. Good for you, mate. Yeah, a couple rumors just to talk about is indeed Gareth Bale possibly going to be the owner of Cardiff City. Could that happen? You never know. Another one, Marcus Asensio possibly going to Villarreal or AC Milan. Never know. Another one, Nicolas Kun, possibly going from Celtic to Como FC in Italy. Nice son for him. Another one, there's a rumor, Sam Becuma going possibly from Bologna to Napoli. Another one that possibly might happen is Antia Langa possibly going to Newcastle, but I haven't heard the best things about that happening. Another one, Noah Okafor possibly going from AC Milan to RB Leipzig. Whoa, that would be kind of cool if that happened. All right, lovely stuff. And another thing that I wanted to mention is indeed that Barcelona has failed to sign Nico Williams, with Nico Williams now signing until 2036 for 2035 for Athletic Bilbao. So yes, great, I guess, keep for Athletic Bilbao. Didn't expect that, but hey, good for him, I guess. Good for him. Another transfer to talk about that's done is Samuel Ricci going from Torino to AC Milan with £23 million to 23-year-olds. So yeah, great signing for AC Milan, hopefully to bolster them. Another one we want to talk about is possibly, of course, a rumor Denzel Dumfries possibly might go to Barcelona for 35 million, but big rumor as well too. Big rumor. Another one, done deal, Facundo Medina going on a loan. Or sorry, yeah, it's a done deal actually. A lend to Marseille for 20 million. Great one. Jesus Rodriguez going from Real Betis to Como for 22 million. Wow, Como doing big things in Serie A. And another one, Kamaladin going to Silimana from Southampton. Wow, Southampton, get that money. Atalanta now, 17.5 million. Good for him. Yeah. Mr. Polino, you got any done deals on you? I mean, Atletico Madrid.
I will put out a rumor of my own.
Okay.
Thomas Partey to Marseille.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. I see what you do.
Honestly, I think you'd be a good fit there too. Like, that would actually be such a good move.
I don't know if you heard, by the way, when I was doing my last breaking news of what he did.
Yeah, I did hear.
Okay, is that why you're saying this?
Yeah.
You bloody salsa. I love that. Honestly,
I mean, their entire front line is like phones, so.
Let's add Dani Alves over there. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Even though he's 40, sure he can still hang with the squad.
Oh my god, team bonding would be okay, crazy.
I'm sure team bonding is pretty violent there. I wouldn't want to be on their youth team.
No, brother, that's crazy. Okay, another done deal. I don't know if you heard about this one. Alex Baena going from Real.
I've heard of it. I've heard of him.
What do you think about that one?
So good. I think he's the La Liga leader in assists over the last two seasons. Let me think. Sorloth won the Golden Boot with him when they played together at Villarreal 2 seasons ago. And so, and he scored. I think Sorloth still scored like 24 goals this season.
Wow.
So it's not like they have a good connection, but he's still performing. Also, Johnny Cardoso. I think it's the first DM Atletico have signed following Rodri and Thomas Partey's departures back in like 2019. So they got fair money for them, but I think the Cardoso deal is a good deal. And now we don't have to, because basically what we've been doing is playing Koke back there, and Koke can't cover the ground, so we have to get a bunch of midfielders in front of him that can really eat up ground, like Gallagher, like DePaul, and puts a lot of responsibility on the forwards because we're not optimizing for that in the midfield. And it also frees up Pablo Barrios, who's one of the young midfielders that came through at Atletico Madrid over the last year or two. And he can play DM. He's very good at it. But ideally, he's playing like an 8 because he's so well-rounded, good at everything. Just gives him the best chance to develop and reach his potential. So, exciting times at Atletico. And we also signed Matteo Ruggeri from Atalanta.
Oh, really?
20 mil. Yeah.
That's a great... Okay. I thought cooking. Oh.
Yeah, 22-year-old left back at Atalanta. He actually didn't... I watched back a lot of his game footage. He didn't start a lot of the games. But maybe he was on his way out. I'm not sure. but he looks pretty good. Um, I mean, left back was probably our biggest issue last year, just because Reynaldo doesn't have enough efficiency going forwards,
Yeah.
and Javi Galan isn't good enough defensively and isn't athletic enough to play.
Mhm.
So um, it was a much needed signing. He's pretty big and tall, and he's also pretty good offensively. So hopefully he develops nicely. I
Okay.
think Atletico might go, if they go to a back three, I think they're better suited, to be honest. But it's all up in the air. And a few rumors for Atletico. Edemo Lookman might be coming in.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, I saw that too.
that
Yeah.
would be, I think that would be a great deal, like to replace Correa pretty much. Um, Kind of be that backup option in the forward line.
Mhm.
Um, and then, what was the other? Gyökeres. They're trying to get Gyökeres. I don't know if that's
I thought he's
possible.
trying to get Gyökeres. Damn, that's
They really want a nine because I don't think they trust Sorloth to be their nine. But I think there's an internal debate there going on about whether they have Julian Alvarez as a nine or as a second striker, since they play as a two striker kind of system.
yeah.
So it's whether they want center forward and striker to be. Uh, there's so many good options on the market. Like I would love to see Austin come,
Yeah.
but it remains to be seen what they'll do about it. I think that there's plenty of good options though, and pretty much all of the buys we've had so far have been for great prices. So it's just a shame it wasn't before the Club World Cup.
True. True. Well,
What about Chelsea business? What do you think of that?
uh, I mean, they have three teams again, kind of like a couple seasons ago. So they
Nice.
did sign
They
João
are in
Pedro.
Europe.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they signed João Pedro for 64 million euros. So
Yeah.
from Brighton. So that's good, I guess. I mean, proven goal scorer in the Premier League and penalty scorer. So
Yeah, he's fine. I think they overpaid, to be honest, but I mean,
no shit,
Chelsea is always going to overpay.
of course. They also bought Abino Gittins from Dortmund. So
They
that's
bought
gonna
him
be
for 50
something.
as well, right?
Yeah, they bought him for whatever Dortmund wanted, even though they were holding him hostage over there at Dortmund until they got their money. So
No, I think that that's a good replacement for like Sancho. I think Chelsea really needed a good right-footed left winger, in my opinion. Um, because what are they doing right now? They were playing like Neto out on the left sometimes, right? And then
Madueke on the other
they would
side.
throw like, yeah, what you really want is Palmer in the middle, and then having um, a good winger that can come inside on either side
Hmm.
and combine with Nicholas Jackson slash Joao Pedro. Since I mean, goal scoring wingers are most likely going to be the or well-rounded wingers are the ones that are coming inside.
I
So
mean,
you
I'm
want, if
excited
they have
for
strikers that have good interplay, I think that it's going to be a good move.
I'm excited for the younger kid though, Estadio
Yeah.
coming from Palmeiras. That should be
Who was it? Oh, Esteval.
Esteval, yeah. That
Oh
should be
my gosh.
exciting.
I don't
But
think he'll get. I hope that they loan him out somewhere because I don't think he's going to play that much.
yeah,
Have you been watching him at the Club World Cup? So I
yeah,
have not.
yeah. I mean,
How's he looking?
he looks decent. I mean, yeah, he makes mistakes. Everybody does. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the Brazilian league, and it's definitely going to be different. So that's why they play today. Actually, Chelsea play Palmeiras today later. So that's funny.
Oh, really?
They play in the
Wow.
Club World Cup, the
That'll be a
quarterfinal.
game.
Yep, yep. It's going
I'm
to be exciting.
excited to see it. Well,
Yeah.
let me know how Esteval does.
I will.
Can
I
I
will.
tell everyone else too?
Okay. Well. All right. Well, everybody, that was indeed the transfer talks. And now let's go on to the next segment, which is the main part. I want to talk about. Oh, I wanted to talk about English. Lovely. I want to press this button. Love that. But yes. Let us now get into the FIFA World Cup 2025. Club World Cup, Spanky, I got you. So yes, what are the groups really fast? Let's just do a little overview of what happened the past couple of weeks. So yes, Group A. Oh, I have to say this. Palmeiras, Porto, Al Hilal, Inter Miami. Yeah, good. Group B, PSG, Atletico, Botafogo, Seattle Sounders. Group C, Bayern Munich, Auckland City, Boca Juniors, Benfica. Group D, Flamengo, Esperan, Chelsea, and LAFC. Group E, River Plate, Uruguay Reds, Monterrey, and Inter Milan. Group F, Fluminense, Dortmund, Ulsan, and Malmo Sundowns. Group G, Manchester City, Wydad, Al Ain, and Juventus. Group H, Real Madrid, Al Hilal, Pachuca, and Salzburg. So yes, those are the groups. What happened to the groups? They're all done, dusted, and tied up. Well, Group A ended with Palmeiras, top of the group, with 5 points. Inter Miami as well tied top of the group, 5 points. Porto with 2 points, and Al Hilal, Al Ali with 2 points. Wow, they dropped off. FC Porto and Al Ali out. Group B, what happened? Paris Saint-Germain, top of the group with 6 points, but Botafogo as well too, top with 6 points. And then Atletico Madrid is as well with 6 points. And Seattle Sounders at the bottom with 0 points. Absolutely rubbish. Sorry. Okay, but Atletico Madrid did indeed have one negative goal difference, which means that they did drop out. Even though they got the 6 points, but that is interesting. All right, Group C, let's move on to that. So Benfica and FC Bayern did move on with Benfica topping the group with 7 points, and FC Bayern as well too with 6 points. But Boca Juniors coming with 2 points, and Auckland City with 1 point. Oh my God, Auckland City, poor guys. Group D was indeed Flamengo top of the group with 7 points, Chelsea FC following them with 6 points, and then Esperance with 3 points, and LAFC with 1 point. Oh, this MLS side's sad for them. Group E, Inter Milano with 7 points, good for them. And then Monterrey with 5 points. Then River Plate with 4 points, and Uruguay Red Diamonds from Japan with 0 points, sad times. Group F, Borussia Dortmund, 7 points for them, great for them. And then Fluminense with 5 points, and Mamelodi Sundowns with 4 points. That's decent, not bad for the South African side. And then Ulsan, the Korean side, with 0 points, sad times for them. Group G, it was indeed Manchester City, surprise, surprise, with 9 points, topping the group. Juventus with 6 points, second place. Al Ain with 3 points, and Wydad with 0 points set for them. And yes, Man City, Juventus moving up. Group H, Real Madrid, and 7 points, topping the group. Al Hilal, 5 points, coming second. FC Salzburg with 4, and Pachuca from Mexico with 0 points. But yes, round of 16, yeah, great for them. And what indeed happened in the first round of 16, it did indeed happen, and it was crazy. And yes, let's get into that. I am so excited. Yes, okay, well, to talk about this, it was an interesting time. So yes, first match was indeed Inter Milano and Fluminense. It was indeed Gano who scored in the 3rd minute for Fluminense, and Hercules who scored in the 9th minute for Fluminense. And yeah, beating Inter Milan, knocking Inter Milan out. And yeah, great job for the Brazilian sides here. And yeah, Brazilian sides this tournament have been absolutely raving. It makes sense though, because you know it's kind of the middle of the season, I think, and they're still in fitness, ready to go. Inter Milan, they've been taking L's. They've been taking just L's on L's. So hey, now Inter Milan can have a nice rest period. So good for them. Good for them, I guess. All right. Well, yes. Let's move on to the next match, which is indeed one of the upsets, I guess. Manchester City and Al Hilal. So yes, Man City was Bernardo Silva scoring in the 9th minute. Then it was Leandro scoring in the 46th minute for Al Hilal. And then it was actually Haaland. No, JK, it was Malcolm scoring for Al Hilal in the 52nd minute, putting them 2-1 up against Man City. Then it was Haaland that came to save the day. The 55th minute to tie it up. Then he was taken out, because why not? Maybe he was injured, I don't know. But yes. But then indeed it was Koulibaly to come and score in the 94th minute to make it 3-2 for Manchester City. But then Mr. Phil Foden scoring the 104th minute extra time. And then, last but not least, Mr. Leandro scoring in the 111th minute for Al Hilal, making them win 4-3, carrying them into the lovely semi-finals of the Club World Cup. Yeah, Sorry, the quarterfinals. But yes, that is such a big result for Al Hilal beating Man City. Pep was absolutely fuming, and yeah, I can't believe it. I have no words about this. Actually, I've absolutely no words. It was great result for them. Great result for them. All right, moving on to the next match, which indeed was Palmeiras and Botafogo. Two Brazilians. That's rude. But yes, it was indeed Paulinho scoring in the 100th minute for Palmeiras, making it 1-0.
Shout out myself.
Yes, you're a big boy, and I'm so proud of you, mate. You're a big man thing. Still a hot thing. But yes, and a red card for Palmeiras being naughty naughty. Who got the red card? I need a snitch on them. It was Gustavo Gomez. Oh, a second yellow on a red. But yeah. But yeah, good win for the Palmeiras. I mean, at least the Brazilian side went through for this one. Would have been impossible. All right, next match was indeed Benfica and Chelsea. Ooh, a decent one here, actually. But yes, it was indeed for 1-4 for Chelsea, winning that one and a red card for Benfica being naughty naughty. But yes, Reece James scored a free kick in the 64th minute. Decent free kick. Very cutting edge to the bottom left corner. And then it was Di Maria who tied it up in the last minute of the match with a penalty. And yep, scoring that beautifully. Then, yeah, it kind of got up and away for Chelsea in the extra time with Nkunku scoring 108th minute, Pedro Neto scoring 115th minute, and then Dewsbury Hall scoring 117th minute for Chelsea. 4-1, go on through. And yes, lovely stuff. What happened to the other side of the bracket? It was indeed PSG and Inter Miami, and oh yes, this Champions League side winner and the best team in MLS, kind of. I don't know. You could say that with the Stars name over there, but okay, let's go ahead. 4-0 for PSG. Yikes. Neves scoring the 6 minutes, and then Avilés score own goal in the 44th minute. Neves scoring again. Then Hakimi scoring in the 45th plus 3rd minute. So he scored all these in the first half. That's bloody crazy. Yeah, João Neves, what a youngster he is, mate. And Inter Miami. Yeah, picking up the old age. It's okay. Hey, they did good for what they did. Yeah. All right, lovely stuff. Let's now go into the next match, which was indeed Flamengo and Bayern Munich. Not a bad game actually, but indeed it was Pulgar, an own goal for Flamengo, which made it 1-0 for Bayern in the 6th minute. Then it was indeed Harry Kane scoring in the 10th minute. Then it was Gerson for Flamengo scoring in the 33rd minute. Not too bad. Then was Jorginho, the ex-Chelsea and Arsenal player, scoring in the 54th minute for Flamengo. That is crazy, making it 2-2. Ooh, close. Then it was indeed Goretzka scoring, and yeah, then it was Harry Kane scoring, which made it 4-2. So yeah, Bayern Munich didn't come back and show them who is the top leaders in the Europe. So yes, lovely stuff. Bayern Munich going through. Next match, which was indeed decent, was Real Madrid and Juventus. Yeah, it was Mr. Garcia for Real Madrid, getting a nice, lovely header assisted by Alexander-Arnold for Real Madrid in the 54th minute, just winning 1-0 for Real Madrid against Juventus. Juventus didn't look too bad, but it didn't look like they were trying. And then when Mbappe came in, he hasn't played in a long time, so bless his soul, he was trying his best. But yeah, lovely stuff for them. On to the next match, which is indeed the last match of the round of 16. It was Dortmund and Monterrey. It was indeed 2-1 for Dortmund, and lovely stuff for Dortmund. Yeah. Next, it was Gurasi scoring in the 14th minute. Great player, him. And then as well, him scoring 10 minutes later in the 24th minute. Yeah, great for him. And then Ben Thuram scoring the 48th minute for Monterrey. And Ramos almost equalizing it in the last minutes of the match, but it was so close, so close for the equalizer for Ramos. Almost doing what he did previously in the group stage, but that is what happens. Sad. Okay, well, yeah. Well, who's playing now? So yes, it is Fluminense and Al Hilal. It is Palmeiras and indeed Chelsea playing. It is indeed PSG and Bayern Munich playing. And there's Real Madrid and Dortmund playing. Well, Mr. Paulinho, we did go ahead and go across the scores for the results here in round of 16, and as well the people who are going to play next in the quarterfinals. So, I guess just to ask you a question, who do you think is gonna be in the final for these two? Because by next week's time, I think we might come to the uh final.
I would have to say, I think it's really
Or
tough.
say
Maybe Al Hilal,
her. Okay, I should say this.
but
Who do you? I'm gonna ask you first for both of these. Who do you think is gonna win between Fluminense and Al Hilal?
give me Al Hilal.
Okay,
I will say I think the strongest South American team is out of the tournament.
really?
I think Flamengo is very good against Bayern. I
Okay.
mean, obviously football is about moments and stuff like that. I think Bayern
Yeah.
scored a deflected goal and an own goal as their first two goals, and they put
Fair.
them in a difficult situation. But they still brought it back to 2-2. And I think they've only lost 3 in the last 45 to 50 games or something like that.
Yep. Yep.
Flamengo. So, in my opinion, they played really well against Bayern, even when it was a close game. Like it's not like Bayern took their foot off the gas. I thought they were pretty clearly the best South American side. But yeah, I think for the Fluminense Al Hilal game, Al Hilal is probably the best team outside of Europe. So I think them and Flamengo are pretty close. So I'll take Al Hilal.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. What you saying about Palmeiras and Chelsea? Upset
No,
for. Okay. Well, you think Chelsea's gonna?
Palmeiras win. No, I'm joking.
Oh, no,
Yeah, give
no.
me
Go ahead.
Chelsea.
All right. Fair. Fair.
Yeah.
And
So
then
oil money against oil money again next round.
I love that. All right, next match is PSG and Bayern Munich. This is a good one. What are you saying for this one?
Ooh, I think Bayern's team is. They didn't get their new guys in yet before the Club World Cup, did they? I don't think they did. Um, Give me PSG. PSG's so good, but
Okay.
I will say they were very complacent in the second half against Inter Miami, and if that
Yep.
comes into play, um, I think this is going to be their worst game so far this tournament. But I think they'll
How?
still win.
PSG, you're
Well,
saying?
actually, not worse than Botafogo, but I
Okay.
think it'll be PSG's worst game in the tournament. It'll be close.
Okay. Well, be nice. All right. Who are you saying for the other one? Real Madrid and Dortmund. This is This wasn't this like a Champions League final before?
It was 2 years ago.
Crazy.
I mean, or year before last, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take Real Madrid. I mean, even against Monterrey, I think Dortmund had a pretty tough time. Like, I mainly watched the second half. Obviously, Girassi scored his goals early, but um, it's like once they feel comfortable and then they get complacent. Like, I think that's a big issue with some sides right now. And I think Monterrey was, like dare I say, better than them in the second half. So I wouldn't bet on Dortmund in any scenario.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely stuff.
What about you, host? What are your picks?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
I'll ask you first. What do you think of Al Hilal Fluminense?
Al Hilal. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Chelsea, Palmeiras.
I'm gonna have to say Chelsea. Too much firepower. Too much
Oh yeah,
oomph. Too much British pounds.
yeah. Esteval can't live up to that. And then Bayern PSG.
I want to give an upset for Bayern.
It's a Bayern. Okay, I could
Yeah.
see that happening.
Yeah.
It'll be a good game. And then what about Dortmund, Real Madrid?
Yeah, Real Madrid. I believe that they Dortmund can choke.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you on that. Which tie are you most excited about?
Yeah, PSG Bayern.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, just to ask you, who are your two teams in the final you think are gonna be there?
Ooh, I mean, I feel like I don't. Well, Chelsea didn't get their new signings in before the Club World Cup.
Mhm.
I don't really trust them to beat Al Hilal. I think it's going to be Al Hilal PSG, and I think Al Hilal's going to get destroyed, unfortunately.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think whoever gets through on the left side of the bracket is going to, like, especially if whichever team gets to the final, I think they're going to lose by at least 2.
Okay. Yeah. That's tough. And you think PSG is going to be in the final or Real Madrid?
PSG.
Okay. Fair.
What,
All right.
what
Well,
about you?
I think that Al Hilal could be Chelsea if that does happen. I believe that can happen.
You're not going to back your team?
Nope. And also I believe that PSG, Real Madrid, or PSG or Bayern. No, sorry, Bayern or Real Madrid. That's tough.
Yeah.
But I kind of believe what you say that it'll be a close game, but I believe the right side's gonna win. Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everybody, that was a lovely FIFA Club World Cup 2025 run through. And yeah, just to give you some stats as of right now, with the round of 16 finished, the most goals scored in this tournament so far is by Angel Di Maria from Benfica with 4 goals. Good for him. Assists, the most assists is indeed a lot of players, but the one that played the most as well in the tournament is indeed for Enzo Fernandez for Chelsea with 2 assists. I mean, a lot of other people had 2 assists, but the most minutes played, whatever. All right, most goals as well too in the tournament forward were by Bayern Munich with scoring 16 goals. And bless their souls, most goals conceded in the tournament were indeed Auckland City from New Zealand with 17 goals conceded. Yikes, poor goal.
But they didn't have the least points in the tournament.
That is true. That is a big fact true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And indeed, the most clean sheets in the tournament was indeed, surprise, surprise, Fluminense, the Brazilian side with 3 clean sheets. Mr. Thiago Silva doing his dirty work at the back at 40 years old. Good for him. What a player.
30.
I know. There does he. Okay. Lovely stuff. That was indeed the FIFA Club World Cup 2025, and can't wait till the games come this weekend and next week. And I think by the time next episode is released, we're going to be talking about the final. So that's very interesting. The final, I think, is going to be next Saturday. So lovely stuff. All right, well, everybody, let's now get into I'm going to press this button.
USA, greatest country in the world.
Yeah, love that. Okay, well, everybody, let us get into now the football memes of the week brought to you by Rival Banters. And we will talk about the funniest football memes that happened this past weekend. And yes, the Yamal rubbing his head right now. I don't know why, but let him rub. Okay, wait. But yes, the first football meme of the week is indeed about Athletic Club. Nico Williams signs an 8-year contract extension at Athletic Club until 2035. And someone tweeted against this saying, no way Nico Williams did them in second window in a row. This is their Mbappe. That is true. PSG did the same thing with Mbappe when it came from wanting money and stuff like that. Maybe just didn't get offered enough from Barcelona and hey, get that bag. All right. Oh, whoopsies. All right, on to the next meme of the show. Oh yes, lovely stuff. So the next meme is indeed about Mr. Federico Valverde. And someone tweeted a picture of him, and as you can see, he's a little bulging at the top. It's okay. And someone said, "What the hell?" And someone tweeted against this picture, you can see on the screen, and said this: he has Cruz's number 8. He has Zidane's bald spot, and Modric's armband. And then they said, "This guy has got it all." Twitter. That is good job. Very funny. Love that. All right, on to the last meme. Thank you, Mr. Yamal. And oh my god, this picture when it came out was legendary. So yes, if you didn't already see the Al Hilal and Man City game, when when the goal was scored at the last minute of the game by the Al Hilal player, it was the celebrations of the fans that the cameraman pointed to, and the picture just came up of a fan celebrating and then did this choking emote to the cameraman, and this beautiful picture has now been etched into history of football. So, and someone tweeted this and said this is going to be a triple platinum anytime City lose this season. What a picture. All right, lovely stuff. Now let's get into the last segment of the show, lads, which is indeed I'm gonna press this button.
Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk.
Okay, that's not what I want to press, but it's this. Everybody, welcome to the Golden Coast Football Quiz. Let's go and say rules.
Hi, everyone and everybody to the Golden Goal Show Football Quiz. Aye, Suey. The guests will answer a series of football-related questions to test their Alpha, Beta, Sigma knowledge in football. So whoever has the most correct questions answered by the end of the quiz wins an all-inclusive tropical cruise with Big Benzema. Oh no. JKLOL Stinky, you get a crisp high five. Good luck, lads.
Ready.
Okay, lovely. So yes, first question is indeed, how many ties this round were decided by extra time? Was it 1, 2, 3, or 4? And I'm going to be playing with you, I guess, as well, too. I'm going to go ahead and say 1, I think. Yeah? What about you, Mr.
What was the question?
How many ties in this round were decided by extra time in the round of 16? How many games went into extra time?
I'll say 2.
Okay. Correct answer was indeed, oh my. Well, correct answer is indeed not 4. You're right. It is not 1. Damn it. It is not 2. It is indeed 3. I didn't even do that. I know, right, mate? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. I remember the Palmeiras one and then the Al Hilal one. I guess I didn't watch the rest, TBH.
Big fan. All right. Question number 2. Which eliminated player finished the round on tournament high 4 goals? Well, shit. If we paid attention to the show, I think we might both know this. Was it Di Maria, Erling Haaland, Kenan Yildiz, or Igor Jesus? You have 10 seconds. I
Finished
believe,
the group stage with 4 goals.
yes.
Oh,
I believe the round of 16, but I believe it is Di Maria.
can you repeat the second to last one again?
Yildiz.
4 goals.
Di Maria, Haaland, Yildiz, or Jesus.
Jesus, I guess.
Oh wow. Well, do you remember the slide?
Oh wait, I'm wrong. Keep going. That's right. Botafogo only scored 3 goals.
I am so proud of you. Well, it was not Mr. Jesus.
Yes.
Not Erling Haaland. It was not Yildiz. Mr. Di Maria. With 4 goals. I had
Really?
enough damn slide, mate.
Oi, mate.
Boy, mate, sorry. My bad. I got a little pity winked. Okay, question number 3. With 117 minutes on the clock, who netted the latest goal, good English, at the finals so far for Chelsea against Benfica? If you were paying attention, you would know. Was it Nkunku, Shrewsbury Hall, Pedro Neto, or Enzo Fernandez?
What was the question again?
Who netted the last goal for Chelsea against?
Oh, it's the last goal.
Yep.
Oh.
Nkunku, Shrewsbury Hall, Neto, Enzo Fernandez.
Oh, Shrewsbury Hall.
Just for the memes, I'm gonna say it was Michael Bublé. Okay, well, it was indeed not Nkunku. Not Michael Bublé. Not Mr. Eggman. It was indeed Kieran Shrewsbury. Wow, crazy. Good job, Mr. Pauline.
Yeah, Nick.
Proud of you. All right, well. Wow, next question. This is the winning show question. If you get this right, you win. Which of these players didn't score in Al Hilal's 4-3 victory over Man City? Was it Kalidou Koulibaly, Marcus Llorente, Malcolm, or Milkovic Savic? You have 10 seconds. I think it's Savic, I want to say. Maybe. Maybe not. What are you, Mr. Polino? Who are you saying?
Was it who didn't score?
Yep.
Oh, Milinkovic Savic.
Love that. All right, next question. We both got it correct. Which PSG star returned from injury against Inter Milan? Was it Dembele, Lucas Hernandez, or Beraldo? Oh, I don't even know this. You have 10 seconds. I believe, is it
Who was the second one?
Dembele, Hernandez? I'm gonna guess, since I don't know this, Kimpembe, because I haven't heard about him since forever.
Returned against who? Against Inter Miami?
Yeah, correct.
Dembele.
Well, it is not Beraldo. It is not. Yeah. It is. Well, buddy. The winner. It is indeed Mr. Ousmane Dembele, which means Paulinho, you have won the show. Just Palmeiras is undefeated. How do you feel?
No mames.
Oh no, the mommy's in the end. Lovely stuff. Man, oh, Mr. Paulinho, I'm so glad that and you are so elite. All that. I love that. Well, everybody, that was great. And okay, that's enough.
Speelt de bal. Heel goed naar Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp neemt de bal aan. Dennis Bergkamp.
Bergkamp.
Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp.
I did just meet
Yeah?
I just met a Dutch lady and it brings back.
Oh.
Well, I was talking how big of a fan I am of the Netherlands nationals.
Oh. You should have said that you're part Dutch, mate.
Well, I'm not.
Oh shit. Okay.
Um,
Okay. Well, everybody, guess what? That was indeed the show. That is so sad. And thank you all for being here and watching.
cut that part out, by the way.
No worries. Okay,
All
yeah.
right. What's up, Pedro? Bro, it's been a while and shit.
Pedro Neto. Okay, crazy. We got Pedro Neto on the show. But everybody, thank you so much for watching the show. And yes, Mr. Paulinho, thank you for being on and winning the
Of
show.
course.
Well, everybody, make sure you like, subscribe, and share it. Without sharing it, you cannot even see what Koulibaly has in offer in his head because he scores all the goals with his heads, and it's, as I said, shiny with next. It would be great to get that. Absolutely terrific. What am I saying? Don't know. But yes, everybody, thank you for watching as well too on all platforms. Love to have you here. And yeah, great stuff here. And enjoy the rest of the Club World Cup. Make sure you watch it live on the Zone. And yeah, love it. But as we say on the show, in 3, 2, 1, repeat after me. 1. Love football. Botafogo, football, calcio, and all that. You can say it in all the languages. But yes, thank you for watching, lads. And bye. Why is it playing again? Bye bye.